Good afternoon. We're back with the Breaking News Show, and this time we have a guest, a very good friend of mine, Karine Coulanger. And you know, my French is so bad, I probably pronounced this all wrong, but we're still good friends. I know Karen for many years, and she has been involved with SCOL. We have talked about SCOL a lot recently. SCOL is the organization, for those of you that don't know SCOL, it's the oldest travel industry organization. I think it's more than 100 years old now, and I'm not sure.
We are celebrating 90th
90,
anniversary.
so we're getting to
July.
100 years.
Yeah.
And it all started in Paris, and that's where Karine is. And she's going to tell us a little bit more about a really interesting event for SCOL members coming up. But for those of you who don't know SCOL, it's the organization that promotes tourism on a global basis among friends. You can easily go to skal.org, and it's spelled SKAL.org, and find more about SCOL. And if you're not yet a SCOL member, you should become one. And if you're in an area where you don't find a SCOL club, because SCOL is always built on local clubs, just contact SCOL and see how you can maybe start your own club. It's kind of the Rotary of the travel and tourism industry, and it's a really fun organization. I belong actually to the SCOL club in Düsseldorf, Germany, for many years, even though I lived in Hawaii now since 1984. But many of us have been a member for a long time, but there's also young SCOL. So for those that are not as old as we senior people here, there's young SCOL. So it's something for every age. But Karine, tell us a little bit more about what's going on in Paris and what you're planning for SCOL.
Okay, first I would like to tell you that it is not only the largest one, but the only one who has every profession of tourism, the sector of tourism industry under one roof. We have airlines, cruise, travel agent, hotelier, everything we do have under one roof in SCOL. And the fact that I have to organize this big event to celebrate the 90th anniversary of SCOL Foundation in Paris, I have been able to recruit and to attract many members in the last 2 months, about 15 new members, all very high profile professional. The tourism office of Paris is now, it's not Karine Coulanger with Corinne Menego, the director, it's SCOL Paris, partner of tourism office in Paris. And this is the one I am the most proud of. Perfect. Then we have also recruited les monuments nationaux. So we have open door to the monument, access to the monuments nationaux. The Paradis Latin, the Flyview, a super new attraction in Paris. It's virtual. You are like in a how can I say, in a plane, and you have your mask and you fly over Paris, under the Eiffel Tower, up to the Arc de Triomphe. It's just fabulous, really, believe me. And we are also a partner with them, and they are now a member of SCOL, which is very good for all people coming and visiting Paris with SCOL. Okay, we also have new partner with the Federation of National Transportation, which means car, bus, coaches, yeah? So, which is very important for groups as well. Yeah, this is most, and the Novotel Vaugirard, of course, the general manager is now a member of SCOL, and this is the place where we are going to have our weekend. Would you like me to talk about
sorry to interrupt you, but we're talking about now the SCOL Club in Paris, France, right?
Yeah.
And as you can see, there's SCOL clubs everywhere in the world. And you see what's going on in Paris, you know, you wouldn't believe what's going on everywhere in the world. And if you add Rome and Frankfurt and you know what, but yeah, tell us about your event coming up, because that's really going to be exciting for everyone.
Okay, the event official will start on the 1st of July and end on the 3rd of July. But you can have, we can organize for people who want to come earlier or to stay, extend their stay, also private tours, and this is something different. So the event will start at the Novotel Vaugirard, 4-star hotel, brand new, renovated. And it will start with a coffee break, welcome champagne, and then coffee break. And this ongoing coffee break is made to make business among friends, to talk to each other, to talk to friends from other countries, really get together. It will be a get together. After that, we will have a transfer by a Tutbus. This is the new open open bus tour in Paris, and they are also member of Skol Paris. And we will have a glass of champagne during our little trip, and then they will leave us at the Paradis Latin, one of the most fabulous show. Cancan, but also very modern, and we will have dinner there.
And I'm sure the
And-
champagne you're serving is going to be real French champagne, not the one you get on United Airlines. You cannot define what it is.
No. We have the best one. I will, and he is a member of Skol, EPC Champagne, and this is
Wow.
the brand new. It's a brand new concept existing for 4 years now, and they are really in the guide Michelin. They have on the second year they had already 15. No, very good. We have good partner. I prefer to have less, but excellent ones.
Right.
Then we a bus will a coach will transfer us to the hotel. The next morning, we will go to the cemetery Père Lachaise, the famous cemetery Père Lachaise, where Florimond Volkart, the founder of Skol International, is buried, and we will do a homage with flower. And Berchin, our world president, will put some flowers on, and also in presence of Florimond Volkart, grandson. He will be with us. And then after that, we have a transfer to go to the Hotel Scribe, where everything started, because it started at the Hotel Scribe. And since 1932, the Hotel Scribe is our Skol home, Skol Paris home.
Wow.
And there we will have, you might remember you were there when Julia put a plaque inside of the
Yes, I
hotel.
remember that. Yes.
And
yes.
the plaque is still there. And we will have.
Time for a new plaque, right?
No. What we will do is a cocktail, let's say a light lunch cocktail. Then 5 minutes from the hotel, Place de l'Opéra, is the fly view. We will have 2 sessions with this new attraction, Fly View. And then for those who want, they can go to the Hôtel de la Marine. This is a national monument with a private tour, guided tour, and free time. And in the evening, we will have a transfer to the Sénat. So we had, the comment on dit, we had the deputy, and now we have the Sénat. And we will have a cocktail and a dinner in the Sénat, and back to the hotel. And also for the next day, we have some partners from Skol members who are available to organize private tour in Montmartre, for example, on Sunday. And we can have a lunch in Montmartre at our favorite restaurant, La Bonne Franquette. The owner is, you remember La Bonne Franquette, and the owner
Beautiful.
is a member of Skol. So, and we can organize different, in different language. We have Silvia Helena, she is, how can I say, she speaks Portuguese, she speaks English, French, and Spanish, because she is an incoming agent specialized in Brazil and, Latin America country. And we will have one lady speaking Chinese, but I don't think the Chinese will come back before next year in Paris. Definitely not. And we have another one from our board, Marietta, and she is specialized in tour, walking tour in Paris, Le Marais, Montmartre, and any others. And we will have also ticket for those who wants to have a river cruise, 1 hour river cruise.
Wow. What an event. And what are you celebrating at the event?
Pardon?
And what is the celebration? What's the reason for the event?
The reason of the event is to celebrate the 90th anniversary of Skoll Foundation
Yes.
in 1932. And also we will have, I wanted to say something and you asked me, oh yes, and during, in the script, during the lunch, cocktail lunch, we will have the twinning with the club of Budapest, Hungary. Skoll is going to twin, yeah. And I have, of course, invited all our clubs we have twinned with, Philly, Istanbul, London, Rome, Quebec as well. So, you know, they are all invited to join us.
What is twinning, for those that don't know twinning?
Okay, twinning between two clubs is to try to be close together, to visit each other, to participate to event, and to develop business among friends. This is our Skoll, let's say, leitmotif, and doing business among friends.
Absolutely, and the twinning idea is really to establish even a closer relationship between those clubs that are working together even more closely because they're twins. It's what a great idea. But even if you're not a twin, the nice thing with Skoll is if you belong to Skoll and you go to any city in the world where there is a Skoll club, you can attend the meeting and you're welcome and you can feel like home. And so you make instant friends wherever you are. In how many cities now? How many clubs?
Around 300 in 106 countries. Yeah. And yes, you never travel alone. You are always welcome everywhere for business, but also for leisure. When you go on vacation and you need some help or you want to join the club when they have a lunch or an event, you are always welcome everywhere.
So and if you are a member, I'm sure you're going to be contacted. If you're not yet a member and you wanted to find out more, you just go to skoll.org, right? And you find everything.
Yes, absolutely. And we have a very good staff, and especially I want to mention Sandra. She is in the secretariat. She is in charge of the membership and membership development, and she's very helpful when we need any information. And really, I would like to say all the staff is absolutely fabulous in Torremolinos. We can be proud of them.
Yeah, and I think when situation happened, like right now, we're all dealing with the war, the Russian aggression against Ukraine. Skoll in Paris stepped up. We did a story on it. Give us a short summary. What do you guys do? What did you do?
Okay, we received a request for the next evening to host about 30 refugees from only women and kids, and to find a hotel in Paris, you know, in 24 hours. It was on the 16th of March, so very recently. So I tried to find a hotel. It was not easy. So I contacted the Office of Tourism, the tourism board, because they are a member of Skoll, and they have helped immediately. And we have found two hotels in Roissy Charles de Gaulle, Holiday Inn, and the one where I was personally is totally new, was opened in September last year, so really new. And also the lady the general manager is someone that I worked with when I was working for Renaissance and Marriott, you know, and it was a great opportunity to meet again, and she joined Skoll as well. So what did I do with one of my colleagues? I bought for the kids some, let's say, I don't know the word in English. Let's say cars for the boys, a puppet for the girls, and there were two babies, you know. So, and also for the one, the teenager, I bought chocolates, bonbon, biscuit for the because they had the next day, they had to travel by bus to Madrid. So
Wow.
it's a long, yeah, it's, so I wanted to have for them, you know, something to do and playing cards or whatever on the bus. And the hotel as well has provided water and food for lunch during the transportation. Yeah, it was, I must say, it was very emotional. Sometimes we had to go a little bit out because I had tears rolling down on my face. It was so emotional. And I have a wonderful picture when one of the boy, 4 years old, he gave me a kiss because he was so happy to choose his your track, you know.
Oh, that's
No,
wonderful. That's great that you're doing this. And you're not the only SCOL club doing it. SCOL really is living up to this added responsibility. We did a session not too long ago on with the SCOL club in Romania
yeah,
that are directly involved in welcoming refugees from Ukraine, helping them. And I think you sent this group to Madrid. So I assume also SCOL club in Madrid was
but
involved in
it
it.
was it was a joint operation between SCOL Paris and SCOL Madrid. Yeah, definitely.
So
Eh,
who's not yet convinced to join SCOL, I don't know how much more it takes, but it's a wonderful organization to join. And definitely, we would love to see everyone in Paris. I'm going to try to make this happen because I
Thank
know how
you.
much fun these events are. But Karine, thank you so much for being our guest today. And I wish you well and looking forward to seeing you in person, hopefully in July.
Oh,
And
yes, you are more than welcome. I wait for
then,
you.
yes, we'd be happy to have you back on our breaking news show. And for those that are watching us now and missed part of the show, we're going to repeat it usually for 24 hours, but you can always go back to breakingnewsshow.com or go to eTurbo News or any of our publications and click on the link, or you go to our YouTube channel and you can see all our various shows we're broadcasting every day. And Karine, thank you again for being part of it. And let me tell you a little. Let's tell our viewers a little bit. You've been working with SCOL in Romania. Actually, you told me you sent 500 euros to help
SCOL Paris. Yeah.
initiative. And what initiative is this, and how can anyone contribute to SCOL? Because it's so important to know when you send money to help people in Ukraine that it goes into the right channels. And believe me, I mean, you can trust SCOL.
Yeah, we had the information from SCOL International, the secretariat, and they send us the bank and all details that Florin Tancu, the president of SCOL Romania, Bucharest, opened, and then immediately we have decided to send money. But in the meantime, they also have organized something in Torremolinos, I think so. Yeah.
So hopefully you can also find this on SCOL.org. And if you don't know it, just contact us and we were going to relate your message to SCOL so they can guide you how to contribute to the SCOL fund, because this is a fund directly from the travel and tourism industry. And I know most of you joining us at the Breaking News Show are involved in this industry. So it's a good and safe avenue to contribute and help these people from Ukraine. They really need every help they can get. Well, again, Karine, thanks so much, and looking forward to seeing you soon. And stay healthy.
I promise you a fabulous, unforgettable weekend and more.
Absolutely, looking forward to taste this real champagne, not the one from United Airlines.
Definitely. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Keep